Jey Uso's been going non-stop since he beat this man back in April at WrestleMania.
Welcome to being World Heavyweight Champion, Jey. Something this man knows a thing or two about.
For the ring general, Gunther, an opportunity to right what he believes is a wrong. He lost to Uso at WrestleMania. Gunther tonight hoping to regain his World Heavyweight title. Gunther, he was the world champ for 259 days, the Intercontinental Champion for 666 days, the NXT UK Champion for 870 days. All this man knows how to do is win. Jey Uso with his son supporting him here tonight. Moments ago, Wade, you probably gave me the best advice of my career.
I'm giving you a lot of good advice, but yeah, that was particularly good.
And Wade warned me, perhaps I should not yeet with the world champion tonight because of the man who's in the ring, Gunther, and I'm going to heed that advice tonight.
Just let the audience do it for you. Let them take all of the risk. And this kind of buy-in from an audience is something you cannot manufacture. They love this man, they believe in this man, and they are going to power this man to victory with everything in their souls tonight. Will it be successful? Will it be enough to overcome the surely broken body of the champ? That arm down, Michael Cole. You see it twitching.
Meanwhile, the challenger, Gunther, seems extremely unfazed in the ring as Jey Uso makes his way to ringside.
I'll tell you, the quiet sting of failure lingers longer than any punch or kick when it comes to the ring general. And he gets a chance to finally rid his body of that sting right now.
Come on, champ, do it tonight. Jey Uso cannot be anywhere near 100%. I saw Jey earlier today, smile on his face, said he was ready to go, said he's not going to let anything get in the way of him holding on to this World Heavyweight Championship tonight. But Wade, we showed just a small sample of what Jey Uso and the punishment he's taken over the past couple of weeks here in WWE. There's no way Jey is 100% tonight.
I agree with you completely. Over that run from winning the Royal Rumble all the way to WrestleMania, Jey Uso had to develop an unbreakable spirit. He still has that. What you cannot develop is an unbreakable body, and I think half the job is already done for Gunther here. That's the problem for Jey Uso tonight.
We mentioned Gunther's relatively fresh. He's only had one match since WrestleMania. That the battle against Pat McAfee back at Backlash in May.
The road to redemption since WrestleMania 41 has certainly not been straight for the Gunther, but it has been relentless. And it's all been about tonight. Had that detour with McAfee, but now normal business is intended to resume here on Raw.
Again, I love it. I love the enthusiasm. I love the playing with the WWE fans here tonight. But the bottom line is this. As all this is going on, Gunther, the killer, the former champ, hasn't taken his eyes off Jey Uso. Let's head up to the ring. And our ring announcer, the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing first, the challenger from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Ring General, Gunther! And his opponent from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion! Main event, Jey Uso!
This is the 5th time that Jey Uso and Gunther have gone one-on-one. Gunther owns an edge of 3-1. He's also eliminated Jey Uso back in the Royal Rumble in 2024. At WrestleMania, Jey Uso tapped out Gunther to win his first ever World Championship. It was the first time in almost 4 years since Gunther submitted in a matchup. Tonight, Gunther Uso for the world title.
The rematch the world has been salivating for. Well, it's all ours tonight.
And Uso and Gunther staring across the ring at one another. If you're the champion, Wade, Jey Uso, how do you pull off what many would consider a miracle again tonight?
Well, you've done it once before. You did it at WrestleMania. You know you are capable of it, but does lightning really strike twice? I'm not so sure. And this is a even more motivated Gunther than he has been previously.
Yeah, but Jey Uso going for the sleeper, the choke that he got Gunther to tap out at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and that's a big piece of the embarrassment for Gunther. He was outclassed at WrestleMania by Jey Uso, beaten with his own move.
And tonight it's Jey Uso with the advantage, the champion's advantage. Again, sleeper locked in, and Gunther has to sling him away.
Well, that perhaps was the best shot for Jey Uso, trying to end this as quickly as possible.
Gunther has to regroup. Moments ago, Jey Uso was dominating this matchup, but Gunther tried to turn it around quickly. Jey, though, able to send it back to the center of the ring. And now the champion, top rope, Jey Uso, cross body. Here's the cover, hook of the leg, and a kick out. And you see Jey Uso favoring his midsection as he delivered that cross body weight. And again, there's been a lot of rumors flying around, and we talked about this Saturday. Internal injuries, rib injuries perhaps to Jey Uso from the tsunamis last week, from the Asai moonsault this past Saturday. You see the smile on Gunther's face. He realizes that there is a problem now with Uso, and can he take advantage?
I just ate your best shot, Jey, and it hurt you more than it hurt me.
And now Gunther realizing that he is an injured champion here, and the big grin across the face of the ring general, who is now targeting the ribs of Uso, who is doubled over in pain.
Well, Gunther has just gone from sluggish to savage in the blink of an eye.
I mean, Jey Uso was actually dominating the start of this matchup. Had Gunther all out of sorts, and there it is. You see the heavily taped midsection of Jey Uso. We talked about the tsunami. We talked about the Asai moonsault. Obviously, some serious injury issues for Jey Uso here. And Gunther now, like a shark to blood, attacking the champion.
Well, the way this is going right now, the only thing Jey Uso is going to have around his waist when he leaves is that bandage. Certainly not the World Heavyweight Championship.
Gunther looked like he has been presented a gift, a massive gift. And now stomping away again at the midsection of Uso.
Just an injection of belief for the ring general. Whatever fragility there was in his ego has gone away now. It's galvanized.
Well, Gunther had made made a point over the past couple of weeks in a suplex again. Gunther had made a point the past few weeks that Jey Uso was wearing himself thin.
I'll tell you right now, my opinion was, Michael, that Jey Uso should absolutely have declined the tag match at Money in the Bank. Sorry, Cody, you're on your own.
Yeah, but that's not what Jey Uso's all
I've got
about.
to put the title first. Well, that's fine not being about that. I would be about retaining my championship above and beyond anything else.
And now ripping that protective tape away from the midsection of Jey Uso. Extremely vulnerable now in this match, and things have become very dire for the world champion as Gunther delivers a knee right to the ribs.
Epic start from Jey Uso has now turned into a battle for survival, and it's one Jey is losing dismally.
This all began when Jey Uso hit a cross body on Gunther, injuring his midsection. Gunther realized that it was hurt, and now he has begun the attack.
Yeah, Jey should have avoided that particular move like the plague. But it's instinct, it's adrenaline, it's staring across at Gunther and thinking, I better move quick or he's going to hit me. And Jey hit a move he should never have pulled out with those damaged ribs.
WWE fans here in Phoenix tonight trying to rally the champion. Jey sent across the ring into the turnbuckle. Again, doubling over in pain. Gunther, though, Uso able to sidestep. Jey looking to rally, looking for the sleeper. He knows he's got to end this quick. Uso trying to end it the way that he won at WrestleMania, but Gunther makes it to the ropes. Jey Uso, though, nice German suplex by Jey.
Oh, it's straight back to the ribs of Jey Uso. That sleeper is about the best move he's got. Very little rib impact when you're applying a sleeper, but a German suplex, a splash, the amount of torque on your midsection.
Well, if he delivers a spear, that's going to jar him as well, and that's what Jey's trying to do here. Gunther, though, catches him on a sleeper of his own.
Yeah, catches him in the sleeper because Jey just wasn't quick enough. He hasn't got the power to accelerate.
Ask Pat McAfee about that sleeper by Gunther. Jey Uso went for the suicide dive, and Gunther caught him with a right hand as Jey just collapses out to the apron.
Well, maybe Gunther would have got him anyway, but I'm telling you, Jey Uso's speed is just a little off. He's got some power left in him.
Yeah, Gunther now head first into the steel post, and Gunther, and a German suplex outside the ring on the floor.
Yeah, a release German onto that lower back too. It's all in the favor of Gunther now.
And we're World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther and Uso. Gunther dominating, Uso with injured ribs, looking to somehow rally in this match. Blocked there.
Jey really is clinging on here. I'm astounded he even got Gunther halfway up. There's a massive frame.
And look at Jey Uso, almost had him. Gunther, though, back lands on his knee. A third time for Jey Uso. He's got Gunther in a vertical suplex.
Jey with the landing, hurting his own ribs in the process again. You're so limited in the offense you can throw without hurting those ribs. And when instinct kicks in, and of course, against Gunther, you don't get many options anyway. You have to take what's there. But it's backfired again for Jey Uso.
And a problem, Wade, is the slow pace helps Gunther, the ring general. Jey has to pick up the pace, but Kenny with the injured ribs.
The longer it goes on, the more the swelling grows in those ribs. The more painful it gets, the more your body seizes up, and the more you need these people yeeting you to victory.
And now exchanging blows, center of the ring. Champion Uso, challenger Gunther. And now Jey Uso starting to get the upper hand. Right hand.
This is turning around in a hurry.
And Uso caught on the shoulder, dropping Gunther to the mat.
Jey's not just surviving now, he's learning, he's adapting. He's growing into this fight just when he really needed it.
Yeah, but nobody home as Gunther was able to duck out of harm's way. And again, the impact rattling the insides of Jey Uso. And again, Gunther with a sleeper, the choke, trying to put Uso out here.
And you know, Gunther really wants to win it with a move Jey used to beat him at WrestleMania.
Indeed. Gunther was embarrassed and humiliated after tapping out to Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Would love to tap the champion tonight. Jey Uso trying to drag Gunther over the top rope and break this here. Gunther dumped to the floor.
Desperation move from Jey Uso. He is now blocking out the pain and hitting top speed.
And now he hits the suicide dive, and down goes Gunther, and Uso trying to rally now.
Jey Uso's best hope at this point may well be a double count out. Neither man moving whatsoever. Jey can't even breathe down there.
Again, you've had injured ribs in your career. So difficult to catch your breath, especially so deep in the match.
Yeah, you can't move, you can't twist, you can't inhale. You certainly can't defend the World Heavyweight Championship against the ring general Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther, mentioned it before. He's a machine, he's a Terminator. Takes all the emotion out of the matchup. It's just kill or be killed when it comes to Gunther. No mercy, no remorse, complete absence of malice.
You want to get to the top, your mind has to be a compassion-free zone, and that is something Gunther excels at.
Gunther, top rope. Uso got his knees up. Jey, spear!
Gotta kill it now, Jey.
Got him in position. Jey Uso going up top, looking to retain the championship. Jey Uso now. Uso splash! And Jey hooks the leg. Gunther kicks out.
Oh, man. Jey Uso out of nowhere connecting with the spear, softening the big man up, putting his own body on the line to hit the big one. The splash. This is it. Not today. Not against the ring general. And that might have been Jey Uso's final flurry gone up in smoke.
I was going to say, Wade, if you're Uso, mentally, how do you cope with the fact that you just hit him with your 1-2 and he kicked out?
It's utterly devastating at the best of times, even more so when you doubt your body's own ability to cooperate and hit something that big again in this match.
Uso trying to drag himself back to his feet here. Gunther as well. Uso measuring his man.
Gunther unsighted and defenseless, pulling himself up in the corner.
Gunther doesn't realize that Uso is set, ready to spring. Oh, now he does. He turns Jey inside out.
Absolutely baited Jey in. He was fully aware what was going on there, Cole.
And now Gunther went for the powerbomb. Uso able to counter. Hooks the leg to retain. A 2.5.
So much resilience from Jey Uso.
And a kick to Gunther, and now Gunther's in trouble. And now Jey Uso back into the sleeper. Jey Uso looking to take out Gunther. Gunther turns it around though, and a knee right to the spine.
So well skilled, technically, not more than 5 seconds in these sleepers, and Gunther wriggles.
Oh, no, not the power bomb. Stacks him up. Jey still has some life.
Now Gunther perhaps starting to get frustrated. He knows he's got a lame duck in the ring with him, but he simply cannot put him to the sword.
Yeah, valiant champion Jey Uso able to kick out of that power bomb despite the injured midsection. Gunther, though, realizes Uso's wounded, and he's waiting to take out his prey.
Gunther is hurting. That is a testament to the job Jey Uso has already done this evening, but it might be about to go downhill rapidly.
Gunther with a spear! Gunther with a spear of his own! Cover! Hooks the leg! Jey still in it! Man, Gunther wanted to take out Jey with Jey's own move, and somehow Uso was able to kick out.
First time in Gunther's career he's tried that. He tried it for a reason. Message sent to a broken and battered Jey Uso.
Yeah, but what a courageous title defense tonight for main event Jey Uso.
'25 really has been the year of Jey Uso. More momentum than anybody on the roster. It might be about to hit a brick wall in the form of this big Austrian.
Jey trying to somehow fight back up to his feet. Big right.
I tell you, Cole, Gunther's not reinventing the wheel here. It's all basic moves. Clothesline, big boots.
Where is it? Show it to me now.
Gunther gets them better than anyone else.
And now just trash talking. Jey Uso will not go away without a fight. Still on his feet after That stiff arm clothesline by Gunther and another one, and Jay still fighting back, digging down deep, showing some guts and hearts tonight. And the courageous champion now went for a sleeper.
But again, Gunther out so quickly, and then one of his own. You ain't getting out of this one. Oh, yes, you are.
And Jey Uso driving Gunther face first into the turnbuckle. Kick of his own. Jay, spear! Does Jay have anything left?
Well, it didn't work the first time. Gunther's softened up for good now.
Jay heading up top. Uso with an Uso splash. Nobody home. Right to the bad ribs. And that could prove costly for the champion.
And that was as close as you'll ever get to a scream from Jey Uso. Involuntary. An outlet for this massive amount of pain. And oh my God, the hooks are in cold.
Yeah, the constrictor-like maneuver here by Gunther. Now he just puts the full weight of his body on top of Uso. Look at how the arm is slipped underneath the chin into a choke as Jay now tries to make it to the bottom rope. That would force a break. Can Jay hang on? Can Jey Uso hang on? Gunther drags him back to the middle of the ring. Gunther with a sleeper still applied.
Again, no way out of this perhaps for Jay. He's desperately scrambling with everything he's got. Gunther, fingertips on there.
Yeah, but Gunther pulled him back to the center of the ring.
Yeah, he didn't have a good grip on that rope. Certainly not good enough to break that hold.
And again, now he just drags Uso back down to the ring. Jey Uso, center of the ring, could be fading. Gunther's got his entire weight wrapped around the body of Jey Uso. Jay trying to fight back, the champion trying to stay in this.
This audience willing Jay back into this. Do something, please.
Jey Uso trying to fight out, but his eyes look like they're beginning to roll into the back of his head. Jay, does he have some fight left? Jay trying to stay in this. Jay trying to fight back. Jay trying to make it to the ropes.
All the while, that carotid artery is being squeezed shut.
Back to a vertical base for Uso, but Gunther drags him back down to the mat again, and that could be the last gasp for the World Heavyweight Champion. Can Jay stay in it?
Fading rapidly, the eyes of Jay. Oh.
Yeah, but how smart is Gunther? Oh, wait a minute. Now Uso into the sleeper. Uso with an opportunity. Somehow staying in this.
I don't know how Uso's got any power left in those limbs.
All out adrenaline for the champion. Gunther's now fading. Shades of WrestleMania. Shades of WrestleMania. Will the ring general tap? Will Uso retain here? Is Gunther going to tap out again? To main event, Jey Uso.
Squeezing his way out of there again.
Gunther able to slip underneath, and now the well-placed elbows to Uso. And now Gunther again wraps it in. And Gunther now wrapped around the body of the champion. Does Jay have anything left? Anything left?
So much taken out of Jay. The eyes surely faded now. Must be a million miles away from those ropes. There's no fight left, Cole.
Jay has nothing left in him, and it doesn't appear. Trying to somehow slip out of this sleeper by Gunther. Jey Uso's out. Jey Uso is out, I believe. He is out. Gunther becomes the new world champion.
Here is your winner and the new World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther.
Well, the expression on the face of the new world champion says it all. He knows he was in a fight tonight, a massive fight with a very game and valiant, courageous Jey Uso. But at the end of the day, Gunther is once again, for the second time in his career, a world heavyweight champion.
Jey Uso's just done too much over the last couple of months. He's been one hell of a champion. But I'll tell you, I don't care how good you are in this game, even the very best taken out occasionally, but the greats, they come back and they avenge their losses with whatever it takes. And it took everything but the kitchen sink from Gunther tonight to prize Jey Uso's grip of the World Heavyweight Championship. You do question what kind of fight would it be had Jey Uso really been rested at 100%. But Gunther didn't care, and nor should he. This was about the big one. This was about the gold. This was about the World Heavyweight Championship, and in that moment, a new champ was crowned.
Gunther, who prides himself in always carrying gold, as Jey Uso and his son there at ringside. It is once again the dawning of the Ring General's era. Gunther is once again World Heavyweight Champion.
Vamos! Beijo, Danash!